period, once it's 10 years later or 15 years later or even 20 years later, or in extreme cases 25 to 30 years later, she's not understanding why she's being rejected. And that's because he now knows what his worth is. He now knows what he can get and what he can't get. Some of y'all may not remember this movie, but those that were born in the 80s and the 90s or the 1970s, you know what I'm about to say. Clint Eastwood made a series of films of the Dirty Harry series. And I think either in the second or in the third film of Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood character said, a man's got to learn his limitations. So that means a guy knows what type of females he can get and what type of females he can't get. And by this time, he knows his limits. He knows who he can get, who he can't get. Who he can have fun with, who he can't have fun with. Who he can go to the next level with, who he can't go to the next level with. And when women start to find you physically, sexually attractive, I like to describe the looks. It's like a superpower. When women start coming after you in all four directions, west, east, north, and south, it makes them turn into mindless zombies from the TV show The Walking Dead, and then they chase after you, they stalk after you. You reject them once, they laugh it off, because that's just one time you rejected them. You reject them a second time, they might still laugh it off, but then ask why. You reject them a third time, they get a little irritated because they're not understanding why you're rejecting them 3 times. You reject them a fourth time, she began to show signs of anger. She might punch a wall, she might break her cell phone, break the TV, she might go in a private room and talk to herself because you rejected her 4 times. And this is universal. Doesn't matter if it's black women, white women, Mexican women, Asian women. Don't matter if the woman's tall, short, fat, skinny, young, old. You reject them a total of 4 times. This is how it starts. You know, she can't understand why she can't